Hi everyone, welcome back. So it's time to look into Trump and Vance for, the weekly reading again. I think I'll just include them together. Yeah. Anyway, let me just bring over my table and we'll get this going. Hold on. Okay, so I am starting off with the just a regular tarot, but this one's the Astro Matrix Tarot. And I have allowed for reversals. Just have to settle in a little bit more. Donald John Trump. Mr. Felonious. Oh. The felon. As Elizabeth Warren so aptly called him. How's he doing this week? He and his little sidekick, JD. How are you guys going to do this week? August 26th through September 1st, 2024. Right there. Well, okay. With the moon reversed, maybe he's just going to finally totally lose it. Goodness knows he's been having trouble because sometimes, now in personal readings, well, when I don't have somebody right there that I can ask, like, how are you really feeling? In his case, I feel like it's paranoia. I feel like he's, it's insanity. It's more than illusion and fear. When the card's upright, we're talking fears and illusions and insecurities and all kinds of unconscious, subconscious material coming up. But when it's reversed, he can be literally going insane because everything is just, recycling within. His greatest challenge, now, and this could be J.D. Vance as well, with his greatest challenge, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Now, Melania is a Taurus, so this falls in her category. So I do feel like this is Melania. She's not around. He's going nuts. And what he does have under control, though, is his plans, his dark money plans to, bring in more money. In the past, he's been super greedy and holding on. And that's probably not doing well for him. Hold on. What's hanging over him with little to no control would be the giving and receiving, the donations, and him putting out there all that he's taken from the world. So he's having trouble there. We know that he's not generous, and we know that he has had charities removed out for, his foundations have been taken away. So we know it's not about that. So what else could it be about? The money that he needs to give Melania to keep her around. And here we are with, like the negotiations and trying to plan things out. And maybe he hasn't paid her what he owes her. I wonder about that. Near future, he's going to have to take a stand. He's going to have to, stand up for himself for some, with something going on. When it comes to health issues with this card, it would be the heart, it would be anything that gets the blood pumping. It's a card of strokes, it's a card of fevers. Makes me wonder. It does rule the brain. Mars rules the head. Leo, heart, solar plexus. But in the near future, he is definitely challenged. And I think this probably has to do with the debate with Kamala coming up. I think it's September 10th. Now, this wouldn't be Kamala's card. She'd be more like the Queen of Swords because she's an air sign. She's a Libra. So, okay. What's going on down here, what he's attracting, well, support from other worldly, oligarchs. That's interesting. And maybe some travel. Maybe something coming to completion. I don't see this as him being whole. I see it's more about him in the world. And, this card's ruled by Saturn, so we're seeing his limitations. We're seeing him. So he's out there. He's going nuts. He's already going nuts. He's already very afraid and feeling more vulnerable than ever. I keep getting that in guidance and in meditations and dream time. He's just, he's feeling very, very afraid. How other people are affecting his, the situation he's in, well, they're unhealthy, they're lacking vitality, they're not in the light, they're in the darkness. And then when this card comes through reverse too, it's also about depression, lack of success, breakdowns. Not near future, distant future, we have the Lover's card, so that is about him and his agreements with Melania. And then the outcome for this week, just a lot of fast-moving, bloviating, hot air coming out of him. That's all that is. I feel like, though, there's some full circle karma coming through. Okay, that's good enough there. I feel like the weakness is probably J.D. Vance there. So now I'm going to use the Kipper, but I'm using a different deck because it's a really dark, cloudy day here in mid-northern Oregon, and the Kipper deck. Well, here, I'll show you. Here's the other Kipper deck. Just everything glares, Well, I wonder, maybe actually, because you guys are so used to this one, maybe it'll be okay. I'm going to try it. I'll try it, because I'll talk you through it anyway. Nobody's used to this one, and it's okay for Kamala because it's much more of a feminine deck. But so I'll use this one. Okay. So, Donald John Trump. J.D. Vance. How's your week? I don't think any legal things are going to come up this week. I mean, as far as coming full circle with Trump, because that'll be further out. But maybe it'll still show up. I don't know if that September 18th is still on with Judge Juan Merchan. And I know Jack Smith asked for some more time. I think he asked for 3 weeks extra. And Judge Tanya Chutkan definitely gave that to him so that he can be prepared. Because Scrotus just threw a big monkey wrench in the middle of everything. Okay, so right there. All right, meetings. Oh, I hope that glares on too bad. So meetings, restrictions, people lying to him. Well, that would be karmic, wouldn't it? Actually, I can bring this down. There we go. Being watched. He's going to get out to some rallies. Let's just keep going. Yeah. Well, you know what, though? He's not going to get to go the ways that he wants to go because he's restricted by people that or states and counties that he still owes money to. Yeah. No bueno there. No mas, no pay, no whatever. No pay, no dinero. Such an idiot. I mean, what in the world is he thinking? He just doesn't. He just refuses. He's like a toddler, always throwing off his tantrums. See how it is if I turn this. If I turn it down. Nah. If I turn them both off, I don't know how well you can see. I think it might be better just to have a little bit of the glare. I don't know. You guys let me know. It's all a big experiment over here. Okay. Anyway, meetings, agreements, getting together. But who he gets together with are liars and cheaters. This could be him at a meeting, maybe traveling to a rally, and this is a dangerous person. This is an enemy in hiding, you know. I mean, we've got the mask back there, the hiding here. Wow. Okay. Somebody that works for him isn't trustworthy, and this would be probably an attorney. I don't think this would be Don Jr. or Eric. I feel like this is one of his so-called trusty attorneys that he meets with all the time. Negotiations are kind of restricted, again, because he doesn't pay his bills. He's not paying his legal bills is what I'm getting here. And it's ending. It's ending some negotiations. Negotiations are ending because he's not paying his bills. And his reputation as a grifting thief, sending out massive emails and texts all over the place, just always, constantly putting out, to the people who are loyal to him. I mean, he's got that going on for him. But there's change. There's change in the bonds. But he does, you know, I mean, he did just recently release, he and Melania signed their tax papers, and it was released. And they take in a lot of money. They do, from all of his resorts and his, like, branding. So there's still money coming in. People saying that he's broke, nah, it's not. But he will be blocked, double blocked here, from these states that he has not paid in the past. So changes of venue because of his reputation as not paying his bills, literally not paying his bills. So that's maybe more out to the end of the week. Now, it's possible that we could see this as J.D. Vance because he's under 50. That would be in the age range of this card. And he's the one that can get money from Peter Thiel and these other guys. That's why he has J.D. Vance, is because of the money. You remember, you know, with Trump, the psychopath, all of his relationships are transactional. So we did see Melania's with the tarot, but I'm seeing J.D. Vance's, you know, just always trying to bring the money in for him. Like J.D. Vance does the grifting for him, because I don't know how much he's getting. I don't see my normal money laundering cards here. I don't know how much he's been cut off or not from overseas or, oligarch money from other countries. But that's one way he gets money in. Things get funneled into the super PACs. It's illegal. It's totally illegal. But they have cover, with the super PACs don't have to disclose where the money comes from. And it is illegal to take foreign donations into your campaigns. But we don't, because we're still not set up the right way, it's all this money is hidden. So it's up to us to vote accordingly. And we know that he's a liar and a cheater and a thief, and we have to vote accordingly. So because the false person card knights down here to this mature man, and the coffin is there, and the message of concern, the ruh-roh card, this is somebody here cutting off, I think, support and work. They're not working for him anymore. Now, this could be the stand-in card for all the mature mayors and governors of the state that he still owes money to. And there are tons of complaints and legal filings about that he's helplessly caught up in, because the loyal, he was supposed to pay the bills and he hasn't been loyal. He's grifted and there's too many complaints. So I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what I'm seeing over here. This would be Susie Wiles, and maybe she's doing some traveling for him to try to get him out of this confinement. Maybe she's the one working to get the restrictions lifted from certain states, especially the battleground states. But I don't think it's going to work. Not with these cards. She will fail, is what I'm saying. His strategy is not good. He's kind of, it's like he's buried in complaints. No matter where he wants to travel to do his rallies, he's having troubles. And those Secret Service agents that were protecting him in Pennsylvania, I think 2 or 3 of them, at least 2, I heard on the news this morning, have been reassigned or let go or something like that. So maybe it's getting like slim pickings for him because he doesn't pay his bills, right? So why would anybody invest? And I suppose legally he has to have somebody, but so far who he's gotten in the past, they weren't very good. There was an entire 9 or 10 seconds that he was not, covered when that first, little shatter came through and nicked his ear. So anyway, his strategy for loyalty is done. It's not happening. Agreements and loyalty, it's done. He's got Susie Wiles. He has his people that are always going to love him because they're, lacking in critical thinking. And they're also racist and misogynistic and everything else, and they just don't. I mean, at this point, there's nothing dumber on the planet than a Republican woman. I mean, if you're a Republican woman at this point and you haven't changed parties yet, well, then again, maybe there's probably the good ones like Olivia Troy and some of the other ones that are holding space for the rebirth of a Republican Party. But if you're a voting Republican woman and you vote Republican, there's mental problems there. So, okay, new levels of grifting, or going from making plans to grift in new ways. That's always going to keep going through. I've said that already. But again, I don't see Well, we do have the legal issues here, but I do feel that it's about not the non-payment of funds, or the non-fundage, the non-payment of the previous rallies that he still owes. So he's hopeless about that. But what he's experiencing this week, I'll just summarize with this, is tremendous loss and restriction and untrustworthy people around him that work for him, and then I wonder if this has something to do with Rudy. Maybe Rudy goes down with a really bad, because Rudy's he has Pluto right on his south node, and he's not doing well. He's already fallen down. At the RNC, he fell down, but everybody said it was because he was so drunk. But that's how he rolls. He drinks all the time. And he's been very supportive to Trump. But he's fatality coffin cards right next to him. And then we have the sad news. Disappointment. So I don't know who this is. It's not J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is up here. Somebody else that's been supportive to him. There's major disappointment coming through. This card is kind of like the Five of Cups. Now, also, it has to do with, psychological problems and crisis. So I do feel Rudy's in there. If it's not Rudy, and it could be, this guy can be a stand-in card for anybody over 50 that's been supportive to him. So there's trouble there. And he's losing that support. And they were liars and cheaters and dangerous people anyway, because these cards knight together. And this could be the soul journey, this guy moving on. So I think that's it. Yeah, I'm done. Enough. Okay, hugs, you guys. Take good care. Bye.